We just had a very, very good meeting with our members. As I said on Friday, we all have to reflect on what we could have done better, and this discussion was an honest and very constructive step forward. We are united around a common set of principles. We are united around our agenda, and we all want to advance the cause of freedom and limited government. We all want to make it easier for families to pay the bills and take care of their loved ones. We all want a system in healthcare where everybody can have access to affordable coverage. We have more choice and competition. We don't want a government-run healthcare system. We all agree on these things. That's what I call it. So we're not going to retrench into our corners or put up dividing lines. Today, we broke down many of those dividing lines within our conference. There's too much at stake to get bogged down in all of that. We're going to move forward on the things the American people sent us here to do. Since I became Speaker, I have talked about the need to go from being an opposition party to being a proposition party and a governing party. It may take a little bit more time, but we are certainly listening and we're going to get there. The way I would just describe the meeting we just had with our members is we are all going to work together and listen together until we get this right. It is just too important. Obamacare is a collapsing law. Obamacare is doing too much damage to families. And so we're going to get this right. And in the meantime, we're going to do all of our other work that we came here to do.
Friday, timeline wasn't there. The votes were not there yet. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get there. And that's what this conference was about and what we're actually working towards. In the meantime, we will go back onto the floor, as the Speaker talked about, from our regulatory reform. A conference that, from a microcosm, people on all sides.
I won't tell you the timeline because we want to get it right. We have an aggressive agenda, and we've been moving quickly on this aggressive agenda, but we want to make sure that we get it right. We had a very constructive meeting with our members. Some of those who were in the no camp expressed a willingness to work on getting to yes and to making this work. And this discussion was an honest and very constructive step forward. If Obamacare just stays as is, that's not acceptable for the American people. That's not what we said we would do. So we're going to go figure out how we get this done. And I think what's confusing to everybody is we have to use these Senate rules. We call them reconciliation. You know what that is? That means you can't pass the bill you really want to pass in the House because it gets filibustered in the Senate. You have to pass a bill in the House that can get through and prevent a filibuster. And it is that frustration that our members are grappling with right now.
Should Devin Nunes recuse himself from the Russia investigation? And two, do you know the source of his information?
No one knows. Sorry. Who are you with? I don't want us to become a factionalized majority. I want us to become a unified majority. And that means we're going to sit down and talk things out until we get there. And that's exactly what we're doing. And we saw good overtures from those members from different parts of our conference to get there because we all share these goals, and we're just going to have to figure out how to get it done. Thank you.